or the RT1 or the DX? Which one do you use? I've seen that in the 207s, 307s, not as much in the RT or the DX. For sure, Sarah. Like, I couldn't believe Uniball put the DX over here, even though you can only buy it in a rainbow 8-pack or 10-pack. Totally agree, Mr. October. We talked about the vanishing point a lot at Dromgools with John Lane of Pilot. And I've said this before, I've even talked to him. It's such a good design that no one can knock it off. And he was talking about how a bunch of Chinese competitors have had to have attempted, and they just can't do it. Like, they cannot deconstruct and reconstruct that pin. No one can do it. It's pretty impressive. I think he said there's 20 different parts in a single vanishing point pin that you have to get to put together. DX refills on their own are hard to come by. Debate students love them. I love the vanishing point. It's just such a wonderful pen. Maquille Dialogue 3. How beautiful are those? They are beautiful. I will not knock them for how they look, but I don't know that was the right message. Just, it was weird. It was weird. I need to get my Dialogue back out because I will never love that pen, but I like it enough and I want to keep it. And I got the nib modified, so like the nib's good. Ooh, I've been wondering what pen to commit to that. It's a white one though. I guess. Yeah, and plus I want it to be a pen that I use all the time. And I wouldn't use I don't like the Dialogue is too wide for me to write with comfortably for a long period of time. You know, it's such a wide barrel. Make me love you, Dialogue. A few Sailor Pro Gear Slims I'm thinking about selling. What's the best way to go about it? Pen Addict Slack, Reddit, Pen Swap. Is that the pen thing on Reddit? Reddit Pen Swap. Fountain Pen Geeks, I think, still has a decently active board, buy sell trade board. That's kind of the main things. I miss anything? No, I don't think you missed anything. You missed how amazing the Pilot vanishing point is from a technical perspective, that not even the Chinese can knock it off. Oh, virtual pin show on Instagram. That's another one. You texted me. I have my phone on silent for some reason. I don't know. I'm not hearing the text or getting them on my watch. Now that's hilarious. That's legit hilarious. Yeah, you might could just sell the sailors right here in chat. I don't care. Y'all can do whatever you want in chat. Because I'm clearly doing whatever I want here. I just booked a hotel and a flight. I'm avoiding the rest of my work because y'all are just so fun to talk to. Yeah, so now as the turntables, right? Too funny. Yeah, I'm supposed to be chat anarchy. I'm okay with that. Y'all are nice. That's why the pin community is so fun. Like, I need to be uploading pictures to the Knock website right now, but yeah, it's more fun to just listen to chat. Oh, now an alert came through. Slack is slowed down. Sell trade is a shame. You know, sometimes it just gets too big for its own self. You know, I think the size is an issue. Yeah, that's great, Jonathan. That's hilarious. Ask him if they're on sale and where can I buy one. Tell him you need one for me. Um, yeah, I talked about. Was it last week? Was it here that I was talking about? The Pen Addict Reddit and just Reddit in general. But yeah, Slack is great. It's been great. It's really cool. Work on getting yourself too, Jonathan, please. But yeah, it's also just big and unwieldy. We're about to cross 3 million messages in Slack. I was going to make a post once we cross 3 million messages. We're at like 2.91 million messages in Slack. It blows my mind. I can't believe that number when I see it. I remember when we crossed 1 million messages. We should sound off numbers and just move into multiple Slacks in competition, like Hunger Games, Slack Hunger Games. Mm-hmm. What is and where is Slack? You're not lame at all. It's okay. You don't need to know. Like that's not like it hasn't been like a need to know thing. But it's basically an online messaging app that you just email me and we'll send you an invite to. And it's just we have a pin Slack. Basically, it's just an online. It's basically a time suck. It's not like a forum to where like your messages are permanent. It's basically an online chat room that's separated into different topics, and you can go into those rooms and chat about those topics. And there's a channel in there called Sell Trade where a lot of buying and selling happens. It is a work message thing, but we've used it for evil. We've used it for its non-intended purposes, and because of that, we don't get all the features that full-fledged Slack installs get. So, like, when you upload images, they're usually gone. Yes, please email me. All I need is an email address to send the invite to. And then you'll join, and then you'll see all the channels that you can join, and there's a Sell Trade channel. So, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's really grown, and it's a lot. It's a lot. Slack is full. Pretty much. Slack was full with like 5 members. That was already like, I think they still charge like $5 a head. Like, could you even imagine? I couldn't. The Slack is imperfect, but I love it. That's totally fair. That's what I was saying. I almost wish if you go into Slack knowing that this is going to be a discussion / learning / educational type question you're about to ask, I almost think it would be better to live somewhere like on Reddit to where it can go back and be searched, right? I get all the chat. Like Slack is really good for like live chat and you're just having a conversation like we're having in this chat room. But it's like, hey, I'm having this problem with this sailor nib and here's the things I've tried to figure out. What can I do? Like those types of things. It would be cool if that was accessible later. Information that was accessible later. Slack does not allow for that. Well, our version of Slack does not allow for that. I do not use my own Slack channel. Fair. I'll say that's fair. I have enough other time sinks. And that's what Slack, like, I wasn't kidding. Slack is a time sink. But it's good to have, like, if you have time to just go chit chat and, have general questions about fountain pens and inks and other things, gardening. Yeah, the Discord came up after the Slack was already built. In retrospect, I think Discord's probably a better platform for what we're using the Slack for, but it's been too I think the Slack's just like too far gone to cut over to Discord. I think in the end Discord would be if not equal, a better platform. So if Slack ever kicks us off, Like, would Slack ever kick people off that are overusing and abusing the free tier? I don't know. We have almost 3 million messages. I go into Slack with either a specific question or with a time limit. That's hilarious. That's a bumper sticker right there. That says everything. Pen Addict Slack, too big to fail. Can you imagine what some Slacks look like? I imagine they're just enormous. If I'm not sleeping, I'm in Slack. Like, I could not have that open all day. So I rarely have it open, period. Make a Discord for those who are in Slack or in the know. There's fountain pen Discords. Oh, so Discord can allow you to reasonably boost up the interface of the Discord server you're on. That's pretty cool. Like, I think Discord's a better platform for how we would use it in the end. At the time when I set it up, Discord existed, but I wasn't really aware of the tools, and they've definitely improved it over the years. Oh, there's no such thing as keeping up with Slack. It's not possible. I think that's a fair move, Lindsay. Like, I mean, they joke about me not being in my own Slack, but it's not really a joke. I'm just never there. I don't have the time to spend. I'll pop in and like look in like general and fountain pens like once or twice a week, and I'm usually out within 5 minutes. And so it's a lot. It's fun. Like, I enjoy that it exists. It has gotten really large though, you know, and it's not actively moderated. You know, fortunately this community's pretty good about that, but things slip through the cracks sometimes. Feelings get hurt, fights get had. That's the internet, but it happens less in this realm than any, but you'd like it to be none. All right, even supposing. Glad you got to hang out. This day of nothing. This was the Seinfeld episode of the stream. This was a stream about nothing today, which end up being the best. Like, we've gone an hour and a half, and it seems like 5 minutes. And I'm sitting here staring at the list of work that I need to get done, and I'm just not interested. Yeah, the number of active users at any given time isn't actually that big. Totally agree. And the amount of users that actively participate is such a small percentage, but it's still just a big active group. It's good. I'm glad it exists. It has served its purpose pretty well, I would say. No regrets, only chat. That's right. All right, now all of a sudden my messages decide to work. I just realized I'm making faces while I'm texting. That's probably right, Tony. I would have guessed more like 200. Here's something we're playing around with, which you won't be able to see clearly. You are in a better position to know these things. We're doing like, so the spoke finial is either stamped for the silver ones or etched for the black ones. This is like a raised logo, like lacquered logo. That's pretty dope. I know you can't see that very well on stream, but how about that? That's pretty cool. I'm happy with that. Totally fair, Mr. October. I love hearing that. Spice grinder. Brian can make spice grinders. He's probably made like salt and pepper shakers, I'm sure. That's a test prototype picture. That's not a, this is a thing coming picture. We don't know if it'll work. So, but we got that done. Brian got that done. It looks really good. It's very sharp, very clean. All right, Great Fox Sound, have a good one. Appreciate you hanging out. Go tell Lami I said hi. If they need my email address or phone number, I can send it over to you. Just let me know. Thanks.
Ready, Monster?
All right.
Hey, what's up?
My internet just died? I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Hey, what do you... I wrote a note here.
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't know what this shit has happened.
And I think I'll take your advice on it.
I'm trying to
Just
figure
only
it out.
halfway kidding. Have you seen anything come out that you're interested in being reviewed that hasn't been reviewed yet? Like I'm always like my review queue is dozens of products long, but I'm always moving things around for what I want to do. And right now, there's very few like super hot immediate things that I want to get out. Is there something else playing in the background here? No, it's quiet in here.
I'm gonna have to like relaunch the game.
There's some construction going on, but I can barely hear it.
No, I think my main connection just.
I don't hear anything.
If it happens again, I'm just gonna have to call the ISP chat. I don't know what happened there.
No video. I have the Morrissey thread and TweetDeck up. That's the only thing running.
I don't know. Yeah, no luck today, chat. I don't know what happened. I think internet.
Another Twitch stream?
It might have something to do with them burying new lines for my new house or something. I don't know. That shouldn't have anything to do with it.
How about now? I found a second window running in the back. Did it just happen? I closed the browser window I had open, but I don't think there was anything running. That was weird because I didn't hear anything, but also my sound's jacked up, right? Like I don't hear the follower and sub beeps, but y'all do. But yeah, there wasn't anything that I did in that. I got a pop-up that a streamer I follow was starting. I wonder if I clicked on it trying to close it and launched it. I bet that's what I did. So I got a pop-up window and I went to close it. I bet I launched it around the time that y'all started saying you're hearing things now. That was probably Gothalion, King Gothalion. That's who I follow. That's funny. Sorry about that. I think that was my fault. Because I did find a second window running behind the window I had put up. Oh, he cusses a lot. He cusses a lot. But I follow him. Well, one, because he's entertaining and he's funny. But I follow him because he does... I've got a lot of my charity tips from him. And I've got a lot of like business insight from him because he owns... Like, he's a streamer. He's a super successful streamer. He is part owner of a company that employs a bunch of streamers. He owns part of a coffee company. So he's always talking about business and advertising and how they, manage content and things like that. So that's actually why I follow him, but mainly because he's funny and he plays the games that I'm interested in. But I've stuck with him because I've learned a lot, especially the video game charity event that I've been to the last 2 summers. If y'all seen me, check it out. That's his event, and now it's become like a huge thing. And it started like 4 years ago. They were in a bar, like a Buffalo Wild Wings, and now they're having like mega $1 million worth of production done for their stream. So that's I follow him a lot for that and to see how they do run that business. It's very interesting to me. I would love to do some inside baseball stuff. I'm always open to questions. I'm very, happy to do that. But like, we should have a topic, sometime to just talk about. That would actually be a good B-side, or it would be a good members episode or something like that. It feels a little bit weird to just slip that into a live show, but I'm always up for any questions anyone ever has about businessy stuff. I'm happy to give you my experiences. Yeah, I'm an open book. There's one thing on my to-do list today that I need to write a post about Pen Addict memberships. So like, I'm very careful about overplugging stuff on my blog. So I have my advertising, and at the end of every post I put a snippet about, hey, Pen Addict memberships. But like this year I haven't written a single like, hey, come subscribe to the Pen Addict. And I should. Like, I very much believe that I should do that, but it's weird, right? That's a hard thing to ask, but like, that's the most important thing to me right now is the Pen Addict memberships. That's why I limit my advertising. Like, I don't do a ton of affiliate link stuff because I want to focus on the memberships. So one thing Memberful, which is my membership platform, has never done is allowed PayPal as a payment option. But what they did, like in the last few months, is allow for gift codes. So I'm going to write a post saying if you've ever wanted to be a Pen Addict member, but only wanted to use PayPal, because some people, hey, that's the slush fund, right? And they, I can set it up. It's a more work on my end, but it's easy. We can do an annual membership paid via PayPal, and I send you a code for a year. And like, I just need to do that. And like, I don't know why I'm so tentative about doing that. I just am. So, Brad, can I review the Shibui pen cases? Do you have a link to that? I will certainly take a look at them. Yeah, self-promotion feels douchey. It's also how I make my living, right? So it's this weird thing. And I've always been a person to just like, my philosophy has always been let your work stand for itself and people will find it, right? Let your work stand on its own. Create good stuff, do good things, and people will find it, right? At some point, you have to push the self-promotion button as well, right? And managing that is a personal challenge of mine. Like, I follow people who I really love and make good content and are pushing their own content all the time. And I was like, I can't wrap my head around that as a person, but like, I don't mind that they do it, right? They're trying to make their own way. Oh, that's pretty nice. The 8 vial ink sampler case. Cool. I'll save this link. I'll take a look at them. I like that. I like that style. So, that's like one of the business things I like to talk about all the time. Need a Mike Style membership promo? What's that? You hate ads? That style? Right, like I follow you on Instagram, but like I didn't realize you had a YouTube channel, Tessa. But like, and I don't watch a lot of YouTube, but I would still go follow your channel. Yeah, like a dream scenario for me would be able to sell enough memberships to do an ad-free site. I don't think that will ever happen, because other things go into advertising relationships, that are valuable to me, not just monetarily, but like the relationships that I have with advertisers. But I limit them, like I list out my limits of what I advertise and how I share products and things like that, because I sell memberships. Like I'm doing things a little bit different because my situation's a little bit different. Beanie Duck, that's a good way to put it. No one's going to support you like you can. Believe in what you do and tell everyone you can about it, right? So like I very much believe in myself, and it's still hard to share, like, you know, like every day. So keeps the blog ad limited, right? Endless Pen carries them. Okay, let me look at that. The Noodler's triple tail is a different flex nib that actually works. I saw it at Dromgool's. I didn't come home with one. It actually works. It's a flex nib that actually works. That's the best way I can put it. I watched a ton of people try it and test it out. Sorry, I'm just writing this note. Did I see the new FC Steel flex nibs? I did not. Got a link. Link me up. Let's take a look at them. Thank you, Red Hen, for for showing me that. That looks cool. Like, that's exactly what I'm interested in. Like, what are you seeing out there that I may not have seen that looks like something that, you know, the Pen Addict audience would like? That's perfect. So back to the business stuff. I'm not great at everything or anything, most people would say, but I am really good at being open and sharing stuff because these are the things I wanted to know too at the time. And if I can help someone else, that's what I'm here for. All right. I did not see this. Let's see here. Tricky. Flex EF. HPS Steel Flex EF. That's worth $25 to try to see if it works. I have not tried the KWZ Sheen machine. That looks pretty cool though. I just don't need it. Like, I'm happy with the Diamine Sheen, and I think one of those is very similar in color to the KWZ Sheen machine. So I haven't like run out to like specifically buy that. That looks good, Tony. I would totally try that. I don't really do flex either, but I like that it at least starts at an extra fine, which is something like I prefer in my flex nibs. Like, this is a different scale of pen. Price scale, that is. But the Aurora Flex, it writes such a fine line just in the normal line. Like, I like it, because then I can push it a little bit if I want a little bit of flex to it. So I will definitely be buying one of those nibs in Philadelphia. Not before. That's like not something I'll rush out and get. Yeah, that Scribble Purple is a cool ink. But actually, I need to write down that snub. Cool. That's a good price. That's like a totally fair price, and I'd be interested to see how it works. It looks like it probably would work. Be curious how well the nib lasts over time, since it's just long tines. Yeah, I mean, it's $25, and I mean, nothing means it will not break later, no matter how much what the design is or how much you pay for it. You just have to see. So I either got the temperature right in here, or I've had enough coffee now. I actually feel comfortable. Stacy, we're going to permit the term a-hole in this chat. It just got dinged for a-hole. That's like pin is. But I haven't seen. I don't know what you're talking about. I get the idea, though. That sounds like something that maybe they did themselves. With the 1911, I could see that. Have like a chain hole, chain loop. Yeah, there's more than enough room in there. The hardware doesn't start till pretty far down. I bet you could get a drill bit through there. I'm just wondering if Sailor did it or someone did it aftermarket. Sounds like an aftermarket thing to me. But it would have to be a 1911 Mini, yeah. Now I want to see it more because you're